Live and local.
This is Sactown Sports.
We are about to get into how things have changed, if things have changed since the schedule has been released as far as the predictions. And you have odds and then you have predictions. I haven't checked, guys, and Nate, maybe you can grab this just to see if the 46.5 has changed at all since the schedule has come out. I don't know why it would. Chris did a great job explaining why nothing should change. But, their strength of schedule is a thing. And I think things will change more once the season gets started. If it turns out, the Jazz are actually good and the Kings have to play them X amount of times, or, the Grizzlies are actually not good anymore. So for now, nothing should change. But once we get into the season, that's where things will, and obviously that wouldn't be the 46.5, but that's when things may or may not change. What you got, Nate?
Yeah, so Vegas Insider website I use a lot is like a conglomerate of all these different,
It'll say,
you got Caesars, MGM, FanDuel, DraftKings. Everyone is 46.5, all the big names, except for, and I don't know why this is, this might be some special thing, DraftKings has them at 50.5. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? There's a plus 255 on that, so I think that must be some sort of
promo.
Something silly.
It's basically a demon.
A demon.
Yes.
If you're familiar with our in-season,
with
segments,
our prop talk,
I can't wait to get back on that.
Yeah, that is going to be
so much fun.
And by the way, that can be sponsored by you if you own a business and you want to hear your business shouted out every time we get into prop talk. Hit up Scott Marsh, hit up Brian Hanratty, and we will get you taken care of. Real quick, guys, before we get back into the Kings predictions, I'm so sick of this, Chris. I'm so sick of this. So John Heyman is on MLB Network, and it happens every single year. Top 5 landing spots for Juan Soto in 2025. Who's on the list, Chris?
Dodgers, Yankees.
Yeah, Dodgers. I bet the Giants are on the list, yeah? No, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Number 4. Number 5, Blue Jays. Number 4, Giants.
Aren't the Blue Jays already
trying to get selling?
Yeah,
but they didn't sell. So
yeah, I guess you might as well.
Number 5, Blue Jays. Number 4, Giants. Number 3, Dodgers. Number 2, Mets. Number 1, Yankees.
The Yanks.
I mean, it makes sense for him to stay with you. He's having a
why even put the Giants? Stop. Just stop.
You put them on there because they're going to try, right? They're going to try.
Are they? I don't even know if they're going to try anymore.
What does try really mean? There is no try. There's only do.
I mean, do you think there will ever be, or has there ever been a study done? Not that Juan Soto hasn't been balling, but when it was the Padres, I think the power stroke wasn't exactly what it had been in the past. Has there ever been something studied on people in their contract year? I mean, is it a matter of just focusing more? Aaron Judge in his contract year, Juan Soto, we do the same thing for basketball. Also, Dak is going to be in a contract year. Look out for him to actually win MVP as the runner-up this past season.
MVP and then one and done.
How is there never been, or has there ever been any type of just breakdown to the mental side of sports? What is it? What is it, guys? Is it just human nature? Somebody explain that to me.
Maybe you just approach the season differently. It might all be silly nonsense.
I don't think it is. I think it's very real. Like it's a very human thing. I mean, yeah, that it's your time to get money. And so, yeah, you work in the off season harder than you ever have. Where traditionally, I think basketball is just the easiest example where maybe, hey, I don't really ever put 100% effort on defense. Maybe 4 times a game now I do. Or, hey, normally I'm looking for my shot a little bit more, but it would be great if my assist numbers jump 1.5 assists per game. I'm going to be a little bit more willing to pass the ball
or spend an hour doing free throws after the practice.
Normally you
get
just
that
go
percentage
home.
up 5% or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's just the focus. It's the attention to detail. It's all of it. I mean, everything. Your career for that season is riding on your performance, and I think these guys, every single one of these people are world-class athletes, and they know, okay, I need to give my actual 100% effort this season or in certain moments. Whereas, you get lost in the day-to-day of life. I mean, it's almost, like anything where you just kind of, if you get caught in the minutia of just getting in a routine, getting into a plan, sometimes, things slip by the cracks. But in a contract year, you just don't let those things slip through the cracks. You do your 100% to maximize your earning potential, because it could set you up for literally the rest of your life.
With that being said, the De'Aaron Fox situation with the opportunity to get All NBA, obviously it's going to be tough to get it.
Yeah.
But would you anticipate that level of precision, that level of focus from the De'Aaron Fox? And you were explaining this about a month ago, Chris, the idea that, yes, if De'Aaron Fox doesn't get it this season, he could turn down an extension and go for it again. But at some point, and this could be the some point, he already did it last season.
Yeah.
At some point, he's turned down, 2 or 3 extension offers now. It could get to a point where after this, if he doesn't get it this season, I think it's kind of a handshake agreement with hey, De'Aaron,
you tried.
We gave you a couple of times now. Can you just sign this? Or we're going to start having some uncomfortable conversation. So it's not technically it, but it's kind of it.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, De'Aaron wants to sign his contract this offseason, or this coming offseason, I guess. He's going to want to get it done. I mean, again, the sooner you can get it wrapped up, it's there. Like once, especially in the NBA, once that contract's signed, it's your money. And so he wants that deal to be signed more than probably the Kings want it to be signed. But he's just trying to make sure that it's maximizing the most it can. And for the De'Aaron Fox example of what his career season's going to look like, to me, it's as simple as we probably won't see De'Aaron Fox taking many 12 3-point games again. Like we saw him take a lot of games this season where he said, it might have been because the situation called for it, but he said, I got to shoot this thing because I don't know how many 3-point shooters we have at this point. I don't think in a contract year you do that, because you want to take the best threes available, and you want that 3-point percentage to say, hey, I shot a career high in threes this year. Like if this whole De'Aaron Fox development thing has been, if he develops a 3-point shot, then look out. It doesn't really matter if it develops after that, because you can convince them going into that offseason, hey, I'm getting there. I'm at 38%, and I've never been that high before. You probably want to bank on this thing is only going to get better, and if not, I'm at least this caliber of shooter now for the rest of my career. I just think it's things like that really highlight, okay, I'm putting my best foot forward this season.
And to, I guess, dive into that a little bit more, Chris, you're saying that obviously we know there is a certain number if he gets All NBA, right? You're saying even if he doesn't, what they choose to offer him, that's what, let's say he doesn't get All NBA, so the max is gone. But even with the max being gone,
or the super max
is gone. Yeah. He can still say, yeah, I didn't get All NBA, whatever it is. But now let's break down. I'm shooting 39% from 3. I'm doing this. So he still gets the most out of his max extension, even if he doesn't get the super max. That's what he's still. Yeah. So regardless,
he's going to get that. No, yes. It's just that it doesn't matter. He is going to reach max money, whether it's super max or just regular max. There's going to be no negotiations on the Kings front that I see. I don't see why you would.
Yeah.
Why nickel and dime yourself out of why Brandon Ayuk this?
But you're just saying having those numbers. I'm just going back to what you said about keep making sure the 3-point percentage looks right and things like that. He will still have that in mind.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I just point that to say that's the example of what someone would do in a contract year is.
Gotcha.
It might not be, hey, it might not always be, I'm literally trying to put up the best number or score the most points possible. It could show up in ways like I'm just being more selective with the shots I take because I have to be mindful that everything matters. Every counting stat is going to matter when we do get to the negotiation table. If I weren't getting the max guaranteed, it's more for, guys within the margins and things like that.
Coming up next, we get into BR's win-loss prediction for the Kings. Trust me, you're not going to like this. Stiles and Watkins, Sactown Sports.
Our